Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the Scratch Dialog Project, assignment 3.3. You'll notice that the assignments either are called a project or they have worksheet in their name. Usually there's a worksheet associated with each assignment. The worksheet is usually the plan for the project. So watch for 2 assignments each day and make sure that you do the plan before you do the project so that the plan is not just busy work. So what's the project here? We need to come up with your own joke or dialogue involving at least 3 sprites. The dialogue must be school appropriate. We're going to write the program to have several sprites say a dialogue using the say something for so many seconds command, and you'll need to upload that to Canvas. We'll review the rubric. The conversation needs to start when the green flag is clicked. That's going to be part of every assignment. Always start things when the green flag clicked. You need to have 3 or more sprites talking. All the sprites are polite. They take turns talking. They're not talking over each other. And that's a pretty good challenge for this. That's the hardest part of this assignment, is making sure all of the dialogue happens in the right order. Each sprite has to say at least 3 things. And then there's room for an enhancement. You can choose one of these below for the final 2 points. Use multiple backgrounds to help tell the story, add sound effects to enhance the story, or use motion and/or costume changes to animate your sprite. I'm going to go ahead and launch an example project. You are welcome to look at this and see it. I do not want you to copy it. I want you to create your own, but this is an example. I actually copied it from Mr. Richardson, and that credit is given up here when you do a remix. That happens automatically. So first I'll play the project. If I can find the green flag, there it is. And the first ghost says knock knock. The second one says who's there? Boo. Boo hoo. There's no need to cry. It's only a joke. Ha ha. Get a life. And here comes a third character, a bat flying in. That joke was pathetic. Oops, wrong way. And then the bat flies out saying, I'm out of here. Who was that? Says the first ghost. And I think that's the end. So 3 characters, 3 lines each, and there is some animation for the sprites. Let's go ahead and see inside just to get an idea of how that was created. And hit stop so that those things stop wandering around. We'll start with Ghost 1. When the green flag is clicked, it uses the say command. The say command is right here, the purple. Say hello for 2 seconds. It said say knock knock for 2 seconds. When you use the for 2 seconds or for 1 second version of the say command, the program stops execution while it waits for those 2 seconds. And then this next line, wait 2 seconds, is to give the second ghost a chance to respond. So if I look and toggle between the 2 ghosts, the second ghost waits 2 seconds while the first ghost is talking, and then uses the say command for the second 2 seconds. And they just have their little dialogue, each waiting for their time to respond. Sometimes the dialogue takes more than 3 seconds. You need to set a time that gives plenty of time to read the dialogue. A couple of other things to notice about Scratch. That's how the dialogue goes. And by the way, the bat entered fairly late in the process, so it had to wait 14 seconds. We had to figure that out by trial and error. And then several moves. It's using the glide command to come down the stairs and then up to this corner and then out. Another thing that happens in these, I'll show it with the ghosts, we have two when green flag clicked handlers. That's not usually recommended, but sometimes it's needed. Because we're sitting here waiting so much with the say and the wait commands, it's difficult to be moving at the same time. And so we have a second green flag handler. These two handlers run at the same time. If I click the green flag, they both highlight in yellow. They're both running. The first one is just the dialogue. The second one is all of the motion. And so this ghost goes to some specific location at the beginning, points in a direction, sets a ghost effect so it looks partially transparent, and then it randomly turns back and forth, and that's giving it the little wobble effect that you see. You can see the dialogue is now done, so the yellow band is gone, but this forever loop keeps running. This code is very similar for the second ghost, and the bat's second code is just causing it to flap its wings. So that's the inside of my version of this. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with yours. I did want to bring up one more thing. There is another version of the say command. I'm going to just drag it out. If I double click on that, whoops, that's on the bat, so that won't do any good. Let's do it for the ghost. Pull out a say command for the ghost, and if I say hello, it'll actually say hello forever. How do you get it to stop? You say nothing or stop the program. And so the difference between the say hello for 2 seconds command, 1001, 1002, it's gone, or the say command holds it until you tell it to stop. So make sure you know which of those you want to use. I use both of them depending on the application. So there we have it, and we will see you next time. Thank you.